All right, boys, we got a day off on the course today. Just want to let you guys know really quickly. If you guys have been loving the Full Send podcast, we just launched it on Apple Podcasts. So you guys can now listen to the audio only versions on Apple. And to celebrate the launch on Apple, we did a bonus version, audio only, just for Apple. For all the Nelk fans, we did it with 905 shooter. Fucking greenskeepers ruining our audio. But yeah, there's a bonus audio only version only on Apple Podcasts for all the Nelk fans with 905 shooter. So if you guys have ever wondered why he's left Nelk or everything that went down with that situation, we sat down with him, talked about everything. He's been saying some shit online that we didn't really like, got to the bottom of everything, and that's only on Apple right now. So we need you guys. Let's use the power of Nelk. We want to get this to #1 on Apple. So go to the link in the description, download it, listen to all the episodes, subscribe. We're going to be doing a ton of bonus audio only versions only on Apple. And seriously, guys, thank you for all the love on the podcast. This is obviously something new. We're still learning, but we're really enjoying doing it. It's awesome. And let's get into the video. All right, guys, we're at the Strawberry Moon. We're about to have Jake Paul come in. Move this over. Happy Dads. If you guys are in Miami, they're available at all the hottest spots here. We got Jake Paul coming in right now. We're gonna head into the room. If you guys are new here, we upload episodes every single Wednesday, so subscribe. We're having the craziest guests on. You never know who you're gonna get on the...
Oh boy, here we go again. Round fucking 6.
Holy fuck! Just came off a Labor Day weekend bendy and there's Happy Dads on the table. Salim always goes besides the guest, eh?
All right.
All right, so we got episode 6 here.
Yeah.
Full Send podcast. We were just saying, these clips, they're getting posted everywhere. We've been posted on what? ESPN?
Yeah, ESPN.
You boys are fucking mainstream now, which is great. You guys are mainstream. I say we were on ESPN. We were on The Jump. We were on Bleacher Report, by the way, gave us some love. So, you know, you guys just went from doing prank videos and now you're fucking mainstream ESPN. It's pretty good.
I think we always were just a little bit mainstream, but I know what you mean.
Well, you know, you're getting a little more respect from big boys now.
100%.
You know,
especially in the sports world. That's pretty cool to see.
I wish Stephen A. reacted to that Dennis Rodman quote.
He didn't?
He didn't. He wasn't on ESPN.
Because when I saw that, when I went to click it and his face was on there. Was that just what they call clickbait?
Yeah, I guess they were trying to make it look like, oh, Stephen A. went crazy and stuff, but he wasn't even on it. I was
Yo,
shocked.
by the way, Kyle, real quick, I got to ask you. I just like not being like whatever, put you on the spot or anything. Not like you never do
You're
it to
just
me.
putting me on the spot, yeah?
Were we supposed to do this interview yesterday?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I was here. What the fuck
I'm
happened?
not going to lie to you guys. Labor Day weekend, it hit me pretty fucking hard. I don't know. I got absolutely fucking into one Saturday night. Didn't go to bed very early.
Yeah, because I didn't know if it was Jake or you, and so I got a text that says, "Hey, the interview's off."
thinking.
So I was like, "Is it Jake?" And I guess Jake was here. Sleep.
No, listen. I'll own up to it. I got fucking super involved. I got super fucked up.
All right.
I don't want to show up to the podcast unprepared and shit. And
I mean, you must be.
I had to fucking make the tough decision to call it off.
Thank you for that.
I texted Jake, even though I was fucked up. I texted him and I said, like before I canceled it, I said, "Yo, bro, can you just run it back like the day later?" And he said, "Yeah, no problem."
That shows
So I said,
respect
"All right."
too. I don't think you've been doing that for a lot of
thank you
people.
for that, because it was 5 a.m. where I had to take a flight, and I was so tired. So
Because people don't get it too. Like now, we were just talking about this, but on the Nelk side, we're doing an episode every Monday, and the videos now are like, they're
very
Netflix shows, dude. Yeah. Like not like even like budget wise, like the amount we spend on a video is like I don't know, hundreds of thousands of dollars between the editors. We got 6 editors editing a video.
Yeah.
And that's just the videos for Nelk.
And that's just the videos for Nelk.
And now you're throwing in the podcast where you have to travel to, because the guests that we're getting are pretty, you know, they're not easy to get.
Yeah.
This last one was 45 minutes.
So we pay respect. You know, you guys pay respect by going to the guests, which is awesome, which makes it better for them and more convenient and whatnot. A lot of times they'll come to us, hopefully in the future. But at the end of the day, right now we're grinding, and it's fucking impressive that you guys. I love to do it. I love to travel.
And then I think, Salim, what do you think? I think some people they don't know how much effort we put into these Nelk videos too.
Yeah, it's a lot.
People they're so quick to criticize, but really at the end of the day, I think the team that we have between me, Salim, Lucas, everyone on camera, and then obviously all the editors, everyone cares so much about the video being so good.
Yeah.
So we put so much pressure on ourselves to fucking make every episode great, which is tough, man.
Do you monitor?
It's tough.
Do you monitor the views and the comments and the likes and everything?
Yeah, you have
We pride ourselves. We're numbers guys.
Because you guys, I hear you guys talking about all the videos.
We're
and
always
stuff.
talking about numbers. I mean, we've always wanted to be the biggest on YouTube. I mean, we're never gonna have like Mr. Beast type 25 million type views because of the content.
Who's Mr.
But,
Beast? He's a YouTuber?
Yeah, you wouldn't even know him.
Okay.
Like, but that he's not even like in our lane at all. Like we don't compare ourselves to someone like him. But
So we have Jake Paul today.
we got Jake Paul today. I think it's definitely a good guest. We're obviously into the fight scene a lot. I think a lot of people are going to be quick to criticize us and say, "Why'd you guys have Jake Paul on when you're really good friends with Dana?" But I think that's one of the things that we'll talk about today and see what his beef is with Dana and stuff like that. Because everyone knows how we feel about Dana.
We know where our loyalty lies.
Well, that guy's just I mean, what Dana White's done for us is like
Dana's our guy.
He's
Dana's
our guy.
That's it. At the end of the day, Dana's our guy.
He's the first big, like fucking, I don't know. He's the biggest boss to like first like fuck with us and put us on the map and like really, just really help us out. Like he got us on Air Force One with Trump.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And like Jake and him, they have their own. I feel like it's all just a show. Like I think it's just as much of a show for Dana as it is for Jake.
Well, Dana doesn't pay it as much as Jake does, so it's more.
But he
of
does.
like,
But Dana. If Dana really didn't care, he wouldn't respond. But the fact that he responds knows
Yeah, I
that
think
it's
so,
good for
too.
him.
Well, it's getting so big now. I think he has to respond to it. You know what I mean? He's getting to the point where in the beginning, I don't think he really paid much attention to it. But then when you're getting hit from everywhere, it's showtime. They're doing a good job. They're selling
But
all these
I'm
pay-per-views.
sure Jake is slowly, slightly, maybe earning a little bit of respect from him. What do you think?
I think so. I mean, look at. I think his boxing skills are fucking getting.
He is a good boxer.
I did not even think even close. Like even the Nate Robinson when he first fought Nate and Ben Askren. I mean, he can fight.
Yeah,
He can fight. Now
yeah.
him comparing himself to Muhammad Ali and fucking
Nah,
Mike Tyson,
see, that's
of his
different.
generation,
Yeah.
is a
But
little bit fucking crazy to me.
I think that's what people take too seriously because I don't even think he truly believes that.
No.
But he's just trolling, bro. It's literally trolling. Like it's the same shit we do. Like he's literally saying something because he knows it's just gonna piss people off.
So when he comes in here, he's going to tell us when I say about Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. You think he's going to say I'm trolling?
No,
Well, he's
I
not
mean,
gonna
I don't
say
think
it,
he's
but
gonna say
yeah.
he's trolling, but I think he's just gonna say, I don't know, maybe somewhat he does really believe it and he believes in himself. But I think that's what does piss people. I'm not saying he's the next Muhammad Ali, but I think the thing that pisses people off the most is when people say things that are like so out there and such a crazy goal that people are like, people just hate that.
Yeah,
It works for his numbers.
100%. I mean, look at what you see. He just said. He said he just became 10% closer to becoming a billionaire. So does that mean he made $100 million in his last fight? He's
I
doing
wouldn't
I
something
say
don't
right.
know
that.
about
I would-
that. Who knows what he's got? No one really knows what business people have behind the scenes, though. Too.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I think he was just speaking directly to this fight that he made $100 million. I think that was his statement.
Yeah, he's working hard. He's doing what he's got to do. I mean, I respect that for him to work that hard.
What do you think? I'm actually always
I mean,
curious
yeah.
before he comes in the room. Is he going to be a dick? I never met. I met
Nah.
Jake once at Craig's. That's it.
No, I don't think he's going to be a dick. I think I've known Jake for a while. I mean, when we were really small, he was always the Paul brothers have always like been cool to us, and they've always like tried to help us, or like even when we were smaller, like invite us to their parties when they were like popping and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, Logan's man. I love Logan. I just haven't really met Jake yet. This is the first time really meeting him. So
Jake's been cool. I mean, he's been cool to me.
Honestly, it's like me saying I'm trying to be like Tiger Woods.
I think it's
Yeah.
the exact same
I get it.
comparison.
You know what I mean?
I
I
really
do want
do.
to be Tiger Woods.
Okay, yeah, that is annoying. You're right.
It is.
But he shot 150 the other day at the
I know.
course.
I know. I
Well,
know.
you brought him out to the golf course the first time.
No, man. I think it's just more of a confidence thing. I just was not. I was not looking at the ball, bro. Like the swing was good. Everything was good. It's just me not looking at the ball and getting too horny.
It was his first time golfing, and he was giving us tips on the course.
Yeah,
like Lucas would hit a bad shot, and he'd be like, "Yo, you muscled that shot too much." That's just like fucked up. What's good, Jake?
What's up, man?
What up? We going right into it?
Yeah, we're going right into it.
All right, let's get it.
What's good?
What up, man?
Chilling.
I like it. You don't roll in with any entourage. You just come
Yeah,
solo.
I thought you were.
Shooters, bro.
We thought you were coming in deep.
I thought you were coming in super hot.
All the whole team is dispersed back into the regular world for a little bit when we're done training camp. So
That's crazy.
we all
So what?
kinda-
What have you been up to since the fight? You been sending or what?
I've been sending it. Like I feel like I'm probably look hungover right now, but been going pretty hard. It's like extremes, right? It's like you literally go sober, like can barely have sex. You're eating a fucking vegan fish food and like goddamn. And then all of a sudden you win. You get all the excitement. You just want to fucking have so much fun. But I'm like learning that the imbalances like aren't necessarily fucking good because it's like too much back and forth. So trying to find that happy medium.
What you
I
just
said
gonna
we
go-
crack one up though.
Yeah, let's do it.
I said we crack
We already
one up
got
for
one
the
cracked.
boys.
Hey, by the way, Jake, we're sorry about postponing on you. We moved it a day, I think.
Yeah, I thought you
yeah.
did
we're
that.
really, we're really.
I don't
really
think
sorry
Jake
about
minded though, because he said he was hammered too.
Yeah, bro. I was
Okay.
I was way
I
too
was,
fucked
bro. I was
up.
in bed, shriveled up like a ball. I was just like, I can't move right now.
I was texting
Please,
you
I was
weird
like,
shit.
please,
I
bro.
went and looked back at our text messages. I was like, "Why was it being so weird?"
I don't get a lot
I
of time
couldn't
to
even
follow
see my
Kyle.
phone though when we were trying to schedule it. I was like, "Bro, I can't see right now."
How many
Legit.
days you guys been going in a row?
I guess since the fight. So
Damn.
What the fuck?
So going to sober to just an absolute fucking bender.
Bender, yeah.
So
I'm,
you don't
trying
drink.
to-
You don't drink at all before the during training and stuff.
No, like 3-4 months sober.
Wow.
But so yeah, it's been like 8 days or 9 days since the fight now, I guess. But
Damn.
How do you think? How do you rate your performance against Woodley?
I'm very hard on myself because there's always room for improvement. And if I was like sitting here being like, "Oh, I did so good. I'd be a Hall of Famer." Like I did those things. Like he's a great fighter and he's tough. Like that's what I really realized from him in there is he's a veteran. He didn't want to lose. He was coming with so much heart, so much power. But I didn't do as good as I normally do in like sparring sessions. In my other fights, I felt like really like jumpy, really bouncy. My legs felt good in my other fights. This one, for some reason, I was like, man, where's this like extra spunk? I don't feel it right now. I don't have it right now. So I give myself like a B- maybe. For what I did. This guy's been boxing since I was 12 years old. When I was in 7th grade, twiddling my thumbs in science class, this guy was winning world championships. So for me to only been doing this for 3 years and come in and outbox him for basically every round, I'm proud of that. But I know I could have done better, and there's a lot of things that we worked on in sparring that I didn't do live.
Was there more like intimidation when coming into that fight, or was it something else?
I think it's like the X factor. You work so hard in camp, and you're literally doing all those days of camp for one moment. It's a peak performance sport. All the days in training camp technically don't matter if you're not feeling good on that one day. It was something to do with my legs and like an energy.
Mhm.
I felt like drained of energy. And then going into the fight, no one even knows this, but I hyperextended my elbow
Oh shit!
like 7 days or 8 days before the fight in sparring, like bad. Like the guy was throwing overhand right and like boom, and went into the fight basically with like an injured elbow, was doing therapy the whole entire week leading up to it. And then in the third round, I like hyperextended it. And in the fight, you have so much adrenaline. You're kind of like, I don't really care. But even like this morning, I wake up, however many days later it is, and I'm like, bro, like this shit hurts right now. So
Shit.
I think it's just like all the factors combined. Maybe the crowd too. They were rowdy.
It was big, right?
Yeah,
How
it was
many
big.
people-
Was that sold out?
It was 16,000. Yeah,
Wow.
What did
King
the stadium?
James,
What did the
yeah.
stadium seat?
the stadium seats like 16,000.
So
like
sold
right,
out.
Yeah, so right around there. So it's like same like madness.
Congratulations, by the way, you're fucking killing it.
Thank
when
you,
you
man.
came into the sport, I was
Congrats.
like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're a content creator, you're whatever, no respect for boxing, and I'll say it as it is, you're doing a great job. And like, you're mainstream now, which is fucking awesome. You got people on ESPN talking about you've done a good job. You got hit for the first time, right?
Yeah,
First time you really got popped.
first time I really got popped in a fight. It was a good hit, right? This is the guy who
a great
knocked
hit.
out Robbie Lawler cold. So, I'm going backwards. I'm like going back up against the ropes, and I was like trying to throw my check hook to come around the side of him, and he came right over the top with a good right. So I was already flying back. I get hit. Boom. I'm like on the ropes. Like, God damn. Okay. That's why this is the punch that this guy is known for. Respect, but it's boxing. Boom. Get right
get
up,
right
shake
back.
it off. I was like, bro, this is the moments that I wanted to go through. This is why I say I want to fight Canelo. So all of these moments leading up to that are just rounds in the bank experience, getting ready for those bigger moments where I'm going to be pushed by tougher guys. So that, that's what we wanted. I wanted to get pushed to the test a little bit in a real fight under the lights, and it was a good hit and respect. I came back right after and cracked them again, and that's why everyone was like, why didn't he press on the gas? Why did he press on the gas? Like 15 seconds after that, right before the round ends, I throw a big overhand right and wobble him, and you see the same thing happen. Like I catch him, he falls into me, and in the fight, like so much is happening, you don't realize it right then in the moment. But when you watch the replay, his legs like wobble.
Is he asking for a rematch?
He is. But
wait, you agreed to a rematch if he gave you a tattoo or something.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I'm like, okay, where's the tattoo?
Though, did he?
No, and now he's like saying, well, you have to sign the contract and then I'll get the tattoo.
I figured he was gonna do that.
The tattoo was a bet before this fight. It was the loser had to get the tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
So now all of a sudden he's trying to change it to make it for the rematch.
I don't think you'll fight him again unless you lose.
No, exactly.
You won't fight him again. It doesn't make sense, right?
It doesn't make sense. Like if he would have gotten the tattoo like now, and that clip goes viral, and everyone's like, "Jake, do it!" I'd be like,
"You kind of might have had to, but
yeah,
but he fucked up. He's saying, "Oh, I'll get it once we sign the contract." No, you fucked up. Just get the tattoo, and let me decide from there. But I think it's on to bigger and better things. I want to fight a real boxer. We'll see what the cards have in store.
Who do you want next?
It's I think Tommy Fury is probably the top of that list.
Is he like a big sell too? Like I watch more UFC, I guess, than boxing. But like, is that just because he's like Tommy Fury's younger brother, or is he like skilled? Like
he's skilled, he's undefeated, and then he's Tommy.
But
Fury's,
he's a real boxer,
and he's a real boxer, and he has like 4 million followers on Instagram, which is good, like good engagement. Like he has the fans from his like relationship thing that he like they fell in love on a show or some shit like that. So
really?
like he has all those.
Yeah.
What show?
I forgot what it was.
Like
I
a
seen
Love
it
Island
before.
type shit?
I think
Yeah,
it was something like that. Yeah.
One of those.
So when you're scheduling these fights, right? When you're looking at now, as you keep getting, you went from Nate Robinson, Ben Askren, obviously Woodley and whatnot. When you're scheduling these fights, and you're looking at people because everybody's coming at you now. I mean, right? Tweeting you, hitting you. They want to fight
everybody,
because they know there's a bag involved and they know there's good attention that'll build their brand and whatnot. What do you look for? What is the most important things for you to look for that says, hey, you know what? I'm going to consider this guy to fucking fight me.
I think it all starts with the numbers. Like, would this fight sell a lot? And would people actually care? Because I can go in right now and fight, the infamous jiu-jitsu guy who doesn't shut the fuck up on social media.
Mm-hmm.
But no one was it's a hard sell. It's like this guy just beat a UFC Hall of Fame legendary striker. We're not going to put him up against a jiu-jitsu guy in a boxing match. So now after each fight, we go back to the drawing board and we're like, who makes the most sense can they actually sell pay-per-views? And can we actually sell this fight as in like, people are like, yeah, this is a tough fight for Jake. Because that's what I want. I don't want
people want to see you lose too, obviously, right?
Yeah,
like, that's obviously part of your model, right? So like,
no,
now
exactly.
Dylan Dennis might not even be like, people might just think you're gonna win. Like you're gonna be a huge favorite.
No, exactly. And I've been the favorite. So now I almost want to go into a fight where it's like, oh, there's no way he's gonna do this. There's no way. And then I just want to continue to prove people wrong because I could take a social media influencer right now and fight him and make a decent bag. I could take a NFL. There's an NFL player that wants to fight me. It's just a tough sell because I did all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That'll leave you in that celebrity world too for like forever if you're always fighting guys like that, like a football player.
For
like,
sure.
And also too, when you lose, you're just like it kills it. Like right this early, like you're 4-0, 5-0. So right now you got to position yourself to people you can beat.
But not necessarily, right? Like even with Woodley, we were stepping into the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
It's high risk, high reward. But that's why I take it so fucking seriously and put every little ounce of my life into it because I know that if I lose, it's like, first of all, it's embarrassing and it's going to be, oh, the kid that talks all this shit got beat up. Ha ha ha. This is what we wanted. So that's why I take it seriously, but it is stepping into excuse me, fucking,
You're good.
it is stepping into the unknown. And I'm okay with that. You know, I think that's what I like about it too, is really having to push myself
Yeah.
to a point of like, damn, can I do this? I'm proving all of this to myself at the same time.
Well, how far are you willing to go to promote a fight? Because honestly, me personally, no disrespect at all, I do want to see you get knocked out. Honestly, I really do. But like, how far are you willing? No,
I mean, we could
disrespect.
do it.
Yeah, wait, I missed
We
that.
could
I missed that.
but
What did you say,
we
Slee?
could do it like with no cameras around. You could just watch like me and you like one on one. I'll
Oh,
let
no, you'll
Kyle
kick
punch
my
me.
ass.
No, I'm
Correct.
just saying Kyle can punch me.
Oh yeah.
And I'll just get knocked out for you.
Well, I'm talking
but no
about-
cameras. I'm joking.
Yeah, I'm talking about an actual boxing. I mean, no disrespect. I respect everything that you've done. You know, you seem like you're working very hard. How far are you willing to go to promote a fight? You know what I mean? Because I see you call Woodley a pussy. You know, Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather got your hat. You know what I mean? All these things. How far are you willing to go?
Honestly, I just am having fun. So it's like, as long as I'm having fun with it and like trolling and just like making myself laugh,
Yeah.
and it's somewhat, you know, if it's authentic to what I want to say and what I believe, then that's where my line is. I'm not gonna go and do something that's gonna try and get myself killed,
Yeah.
but also like I'll teeter that line and like mess with these guys because no one else is doing it, and I genuinely think it's funny. Like half the time when I'm saying this shit to people online, like tweeting them or doing all my little like memes that I create, I'm literally just like sitting there laughing. So half of it's like just entertainment for
Just
myself.
trolling, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you've always been
you're-
creative in that one genre that you were in, but now that you switched to like this new genre, you're just like killing it with content that's just like entertaining. And like you're saying shit that like I told you, like when you made that Conor McGregor video, like that was like,
Yeah, that was.
Holy
it's just gonna
shit.
get people's attention.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
And
it's
it-
the
and it
same,
worked.
It's fucked. It works.
And it sparked a whole, you know, onslaught of attention and media, and then reporters are asking him about me, and now that fight like is getting more and more real as every single day
Is it
goes
getting
on.
close?
I mean, yeah, like it could definitely happen. There's talks like with our managers, and
I mean, I guess if your brother fought Floyd,
that's what I'm saying.
What's really
Anything's
the difference?
possible.
Yeah.
And you're becoming very rich along the way too, right?
Yeah, I mean that's
10%, right?
10% of $1
10%.
billion. Is that what you said? So you have that. So you made $100 million in the last fight.
not 100 million, but like
Well, what is
total-
10%?
yeah.
wait,
Can
no,
you
no, no.
speak? Can you speak on like the model of the show? I know you obviously can't go
Yeah,
into
yeah.
too much detail, but like,
Full
is
Set
it
podcast,
like a
by the way, you can be
long-term
very
deal?
open. You
No,
can be
of
very open
course,
and
of
tell
course.
everything.
What's the structure like, as much as you can say?
Yeah, so they're a public company, so like they're gonna put out the numbers. They'll be public at some point of like what the fight did in total revenue. But yeah, it's like it's pretty simple. It's like how many pay-per-views could we sell at $60, and how much brand partnerships can we get along with that? And then there's like, you know, the back end enterprise value of what the whole entire thing creates from like all of the different products and like stuff I do through my venture capital fund and all the different brands we're associated with that we're representing within the whole entire event. So yeah, just
Do you get some like long-term shit for like how many downloads you drive to that Showtime like app and
it's
stuff?
it's sort of like built into the deal.
Yeah.
But that's where like I can't get into too much detail. But
What does
Yeah.
10% though of $1 billion mean? That tweet you sent out. You said you were 10% close to becoming a billionaire.
yeah, I don't even remember posting this.
All right then. Fair enough.
But I think I put this on my story. No, it wasn't a tweet.
I saw it somewhere. I mean, I just obviously looked up some information
You're
on
probably-
it.
I would say, no. I would say like all numbers aside, like that fight pushed me like 10% closer to becoming a billionaire for sure.
Nice. That's fucking awesome. Congratulations. You're fucking murdering it. 100%.
It's amazing.
I got to ask you this. We're big Dana White fans in this corner here. The three of us, obviously. Dana's done a lot for us. What the fuck is your relationship with Dana? Is it all for just
How
show?
did that start?
I don't even know how. It's been so blown out of proportion now, but he and I just can't stop seeming to talk about each other, and it happens on this fucking podcast.
Is that
for the
trolling to
most
you?
part? It's trolling. It's not him and I is a little bit more personal now because he's
Really?
trying to discredit everything that I'm doing, saying that my fights are rigged. because he looks bad. He's trying to bully everyone in the fight game, and I'm the only person with a big platform that's speaking out against him because I'm the only one who doesn't give a shit. All of his fighters have to say, yes, Dad, like, we're sorry. Like, please let me fight. Please pay me. I'm the only fighter right now that doesn't give a fuck and is going right at him. And so he has to do everything he can to discredit me. You know, a month before the Tyron fight, he's like, Tyron Woodley, you know, he still got it. He still got it. And then he cuts him and is like, no, he's doing fake fights.
Yeah, the 40. Okay.
He sucks. He's old. Jake's not fighting people in his weight class. Like, he's doing anything he can to discredit me.
Yeah, but did he poke the bear first? He never poked it. You poked him.
No,
right?
no. It started very like him getting asked about me in post-fight press conferences. And
People saying, would you ever do a fight?
yeah, and I know for a fact some of his biggest fighters on his card have gone to him and be like, yo, can I please fight Jake? And that he won't let them do it for whatever reason.
Do you think Dana doing something with you this early in your career would kind of discredit the UFC a bit though? Like, it's Dana White. He's got to be the face of like
a good point.
hardcore MMA. You know what I mean? He's not an idiot. He obviously knows it would do money, but do you think that would like hurt his reputation and be like, he's got to be the hardcore MMA guy? Like, all the people that watch your fights because they want to see you fall are like the guys that love Dana. Like, he's got to play a certain card just like you do, right?
No, of course, and he's a very smart guy. Like, I get it. But it would only hurt them in the UFC if I beat their fighter.
Right.
And look at the way things have unfolded. I beat you at Ben Askren, who
Yeah, but
is not a striker. Cool, but that's another. That's one UFC fighter. Okay, the first
Not
notch.
to discredit you either, but come on.
No, but I know. But the first
he
notch
had
on
a
my
dad
belt
bod.
is like a 5-time UFC
Respect
champion.
that, respect
Outboxed him for 8 rounds. So now Dana is going like, damn, do I want this money or should I actually like risk Kamaru Usman? That's the fighter who's like gone to him and been like, please, please,
I think
please.
I think Dana would do it if you just down your career. There's nothing you could say. Like, the more every fight you do, you're like gaining more and more respect. And I feel like that's all that matters to him, in my opinion. But
that's what's happening is it's becoming more undeniable. And so I think at some point it's like, okay, we have to make this happen because it's just such a
if you
big
just go on a
business play.
streak, that's what I asked him. I'm like, if you just go on a streak that it's like undeniable, it's just like, what can you really say? Like, right now, there's still those questions, right? But if you fucking do it, I don't think there's anything he could say, right?
No, exactly. And that's why I do see it being a possibility in 2 years from now, maybe like just keep on winning and it could happen for sure.
There's rivalries there though. It's Showtime. Dana's not a Showtime guy, is he?
Yeah, he doesn't like Showtime at all. But they still work together on the McGregor and Mayweather fight. That when they all had to come together.
So there's a way. There's a way here to maybe make something happen here.
Exactly. And look, it's the fight business. I think everyone just talks shit and is angry and thinks that they are the best. They have the best fighters. Showtime thinks that they're the best. So, you know, I think everyone can get in bed and be happy together.
My thing with Dana too is he's definitely smart, like we say with like social media, like even how he kind of brought us in and stuff to help, like, you know, with his whiskey or whatever. But I think he knows.
UFC.
I think he thinks it's good for him, but he's just playing his side. You know what I mean? Like, I think if he didn't want to talk about you, every reporter, he would just be like, I don't want to fucking talk about that.
exactly.
But he knows it's
I
like
think so,
every
too.
time I do it, it gets views, and he probably does know that you're helping promote the UFC. Like, you're kind of bringing more mainstream people into the UFC too. I think
but
he's
he
just
has
like,
told reporters to not ask about
oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think
Behind
that
the
you're just
scenes.
not. I think that Dana runs a massive bit. The UFC is very successful. It's been successful during COVID. What they've done is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
What you've done is incredible. I think that it's inevitable that you guys will find a way at some point to get in bed together. I think, like you said, your numbers are fucking crazy. His numbers are fucking crazy. I just think it's like soon. But at the end of the day, I think Masvidal would be a very interesting fucking way
That
to
would
kind
be
of
interesting.
integrate that
Bro, I
fight.
would love to run it.
Is that a real? I thought you guys were boys though.
Yeah, what happened with that?
Yeah, so he started acting like a hoe. Like he
Just
switched
randomly?
up randomly one day was like,
But he's kind of done too now, right? Or,
yeah, yes,
but
and
Masvidal
no.
would be,
But no, he
Masvidal
can-
would be a
well, I
good.
wouldn't say he was
Masvidal
done.
He
would
can
be a
always
good one.
come back. Like he
Yeah.
just had a bad loss.
Yeah, he had a
which
bad
was his
loss.
first like bad loss ever. But you know, he has the same managers as Tyron. So of course, when I signed the deal with Tyron, and then boom, like he's instantly like, fuck Jake Paul. Tyron's gonna beat
Keep it in
this
the
guy's
family. Keep it in the
ass.
family.
Exactly. But I'm like, weren't you the one like asking me to hang out and like do your little YouTube
Yeah, I've seen a
videos
lot
and
of shit
shit?
you guys do.
And I'm like, cool. Like, no problem. Like he was a nice guy. He's been nothing but nice to me. But as soon as you like act one way, act like a friend, and then switch up with no explanation and no just being like, yo, I'm just doing this for whatever reason. If he would have hit me like that, but I don't know, he just acted weird, and so it all went downhill. And now I'm like, that's actually a perfect fight for me. He's an amazing striker. He's the gangster of the UFC, baddest motherfucker award, and he has the same managers as Tyron, so we know how to do business with them. It just Dana.
That'd be a
won't-
crazy promo run.
That
with
would
him.
be crazy.
but Dana.
Oh, but he's
won't
still
let
under
him out.
contract, right?
Well,
Yeah.
listen. Kyle's got some pull with Dana.
Yeah,
That's all
listen,
I'm saying. Kyle's got some pull
You
with
got the
Dana.
pull with Dana,
I
don't you?
look at. I passed it on to you. You have the pull. You're the godfather of Dana now. I'm
would
out.
you ever get in the octagon?
Not in the foreseeable future. I just haven't trained there, right?
Mhm.
So like, even my first year of boxing was very tough. I was fighting like amateurs and not as high level pro people, and I was getting my ass beat in sparring
Mhm.
by these not so good people. And then I slowly got better and better and better, and I was more determined and was working harder than a lot of these people in the gym. And then I got better than them. But if I were to come back and do that in MMA, it's like, damn, I got to go through like a whole nother year of like learning fucking jiu-jitsu, learning the kicks, elbows. I don't know.
I think you've proven yourself. You can stay in that lane. You're good. I think you've proven yourself in the boxing stuff. Just
How
stay in
about,
that lane.
how about Diaz?
Yeah, that's interesting.
That would
It
be
is
good. See, that's the
interesting.
one I
That's
want.
That's
I want
fucked
fucking
up.
Nate-
Diaz.
Nate or
Diaz,
Nick?
Diaz can box.
Yeah.
Either one, I guess. Like,
Which one, Nate or Nick?
I would
you
rather
have?
fuck up Nate because that's where
Nate's
the
like
beef.
bigger, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't he?
they're both big, but Nate is the one where the beef started.
How fast do you
sure.
think you could beat Nate in a boxing match?
I think
Nate's
he's so
fucked,
tough.
bro.
He's so tough that it'd probably go all 8 rounds or however
Yeah.
many
Holy
rounds.
shit.
His
Yeah,
last
that's a
fight.
scary
His
one,
last fight was fucked.
Yeah, I
He almost
couldn't
came
believe
back
he did
and
it.
won in the fifth.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the last round.
He pointed at him. Yeah.
Jake, what's
Yeah.
the back to this real quick? What's the strategy on? You're right now looking still like like you said. Every win you get is better for your business, right? Like you just had Tyron Woodley. I mean, that's an impressive win. But at the end of the day, are you like strategically picking people that you can beat?
no,
In a sense.
no.
I mean, well, you look at Nate Robinson, that started you off.
I mean, I think to
But
some
absolutely
sense,
not.
Mayweather did that too, right? Like
Yeah,
you have to.
for
I'm
sure.
not,
You'd be an
knocking
idiot.
it. By the way, I'm not knocking
You'd be an
it.
idiot
no.
not to.
I think it's a genius fucking business play. It's how
No,
you're building your.
it's a good question, but the answer is no. Like, I'm stepping into the unknown, like I said, with all of these opponents. I want to challenge myself. Tommy Fury, this guy comes from a legendary boxing bloodline, and he's undefeated, and he's the same height as me, same age, like approximately. So, and I'm sitting here saying like, yo, let's run it up. I'm not waiting to beat these guys. If I was doing that, I'd fight Austin McBroom or KSI.
Mhm.
Who's
know?
Austin McBroom, the YouTuber?
Yeah, the family.
Do you look at that, what they're trying to do? Not trying to be whatever, but you look at what they're trying to do. Obviously, success you've had, and kind of laugh at it. What all these influencers are trying to do now.
Yeah,
jump
what'd
into
you think
boxing.
about that TikTok fight and what happened with that?
It's it just goes to show like numbers or followers don't equal
So did that just flop?
flopped. I mean,
Wow.
bro, they're in like $100 million lawsuits and shit like that because they think they could come in to this business that is completely different than the influencer world. But this is how influencers think. I have 4 million. I have 5 million followers. I have 10 million
I
followers.
can convert it.
I
to
can
4,
convert
yeah.
it.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not how it works. I'd rather have 10,000 followers that all would pay $10,000 or all of them would buy a $1 thing from me than 5 million followers who give me all these likes, but then when I go to sell something, that nothing happens.
Right.
So that's really what we saw is however many millions and gazillions of likes they got from that event, they only sold 100,000 pay-per-view buys.
So that's off limits. You're not going to fight. You never fight Bryce Hall. You never fight Austin McBroom. Those are done. Those are two little fish in the sea that won't sell.
It's like a step. It's a step backwards, and
Yeah.
they don't sell pay-per-views. Like Tyron Woodley, even though yes he gets 100,000 likes on Instagram, which in the influencer world isn't considered like amazing by any means, but Tyron Woodley's name can sell a couple 100,000 in pay-per-views just because that's what he grew up doing, getting promoted by the UFC. So they all learned a hard, valuable lesson of like followers don't equal buys. And that's why like that whole shit is a nightmare right now.
Is there like a strategy behind your boxing career? Because obviously you haven't fought real boxers, right? but is there a strategy behind, fighting these types of people that are not boxers to get your confidence up? Or is it like, are you just choosing these people just to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it just sort of like, I've done 4 fights in 18 months. So like, give me a couple more months and you're going to see boxers in the table of contents, like just, I'm letting my career unfold the way it's unfolded. And a lot of this all started because of people were talking shit. So I just am going based off of who's talking the most shit. I don't think a real boxer has even called me out yet. So I beat Ben Askren. Woodley's in the locker room talking shit. This is the perfect next opponent. It's already viral. It's already built in. There's real beef here. So just taking it one step at a time. And if you look at like guys like Gervonta Davis, who's like boxing's new hot star, in his 8th fight, he fought a guy who had 0 fights. And then after he lost to Gervonta, he never fought again.
Yeah.
So even 8 fights in for Gervonta Davis, who's like this real pro boxer, he was fighting trash cans.
Yeah.
Guys who were just put in there to lose. That's not what I'm doing.
Would you take that fight right away if Gervonta Davis like called you out? Like if he said, I want Jake Paul right now, would you take that?
Yeah, 100%.
And do you think you would win that fight
Yeah.
with the time that really?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you saw like Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. Like Logan was supposed to get knocked out, right? But because of the size difference and, the ability that Logan does have, it was just a good
You
fight.
really believe Logan won that fight for real? Like
From-
truly?
from-
I think he won from the point of not getting knocked out.
Yeah, but like actual boxing.
He
like,
won as like an overall W of
No,
like
Floyd
his whole
won that
career.
fight.
It was a W, but it
no,
wasn't a
I'm
W.
saying from
no,
where
like he's saying he took a W because he didn't get
Oh,
knocked
I mean,
out.
No, I mean,
Logan was fucking awesome in that fight. I think he did a great job, but like he lost the fight.
No,
course,
like
yeah,
no,
obviously.
seriously.
I love
that-
Logan. Logan's
That's,
my boy.
that's what I'm trying to ask you is like, fuck getting knocked out or whatever. Like, oh, I didn't get knocked out. But do you actually believe your brother beat Floyd Mayweather?
from where I was sitting,
These
ringside.
guys are trolls though too.
yeah, well,
ringside
yeah,
from
trolls,
where-
but yeah.
No, but
of course.
genuinely,
Brings in
like
the
from where I
numbers,
was
bro.
sitting,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
true.
like, the way I scored the fight, it was like it was like 5 rounds to 3. I thought Logan won 100%.
But this is the
Okay.
question. It's going to sound dumb as ever, right? Because it's probably the number one thing that you see in the comment section. Is it fixed? Are any of these fights prearranged? Are they fixed at all? Is there any discussion about, hey, you take an L, you're going to go down here? Because everybody says, oh, you held fucking Mayweather up. Mayweather held your brother up. Are any of this?
all
Because
bullshit.
you're into
It's all-
content creation, right?
it's
You're,
all
You're
bullshit.
staging a lot of stuff and all the stuff that you're doing, right?
It's bullshit.
So none of these fights in
Nothing
any
in
way,
the fight
shape, or
game?
form
No,
are
yeah.
fixed.
I don't know about anything else in the fight. I'm talking about my fights. I can't speak to anyone else's fights. But also, like, highly illegal. Like, you go to prison for the rest of your life type shit.
Well,
Right.
with the Ben Askren fight, I actually believed you would have beaten Ben Askren. I just like he didn't look in shape or at all. But I feel like, in my opinion, it was kind of fixed on how early you knocked him out. Like I don't know. That's just me from a viewer standpoint.
I thought it was fixed when I
Yeah.
saw
I
it.
thought it was fixed, honestly.
And I don't
But-
consider
but,
myself
like,
a hater.
I think
It's
it was
just like,
fixed.
But I take that
but
as a
that's what's-
compliment.
Exactly, yeah.
I take it as a
That's
compliment
right.
because, like, bro, I can hit fucking hard.
Yeah,
like,
it's
even when I
crazy.
was hitting Woodley, I was like, damn, this guy is tough as fuck because most people, like, don't take these shots.
No, Ben, I don't think Ben, like when you say fixed too, it's not like I don't think it was like
You
fixed.
told me it
like-
was fixed.
I think this is what I think I meant by fixed. I'll tell you right now. I think that you just knew you were going to win the fight. I think that like right now you're setting up fights right now, and it's smart. I'm not knocking it. I think you're setting up fights right now to build your business, which is smart because you take an L, it shuts this thing down. You lose to Ben Askren, you're not getting the payday. You just
You
go with
called
Tyron
me. You're like,
Woodley.
I got inside info. Put 100K on Jake Paul.
Did it work?
I didn't
Did
bet.
it work?
but
Did,
yeah.
did it work? The round one Jake Paul
Yeah, but
knockout?
but I knew I was gonna win because I'm confident in myself, not because I didn't think Ben Askren was a tough opponent. I didn't know. People were saying, "Oh, he hits hard. Yeah, blah blah blah." I knew I would squeeze the win out regardless, but did I think I was gonna knock him out like that cold on the ground in the first round?
Mhm.
No.
Well, what's the play then? You lose to Tyron Woodley. What do you do?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fucked. That's why it's high risk, high reward, and that's why.
That's why people want to watch.
Yeah, but that's why it's like I'm getting so wealthy off of this shit is
Yeah.
because everyone's tuning in. It's high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
I lose.
So keep fucking winning.
Exactly.
Because
keep
it's
setting
like
up-
top-
so
that's
keep
why-
setting
yeah,
up fights
yeah.
you're gonna win.
But that's why I'm on a flight back to Puerto Rico right after this to get back into fucking training.
Do you know
'Cause
right
I
now?
know everyone wants to see me lose.
Do you know right now who you're fighting next in your
no,
head?
No,
You don't know at all.
0%. There's like talks of a couple people. There's the UFC always getting involved in the next guy we want to fight. So
What is the percent chances Masvidal?
probably fucking 5% chance.
5% chance. So it's still wide
Because
open.
bro, it all comes back to Dana White.
Yeah.
It's all up to Dana, huh? At the end of the day, Mr. Dana. Kyle, you got to step in and help. I think that, like, I think this relation, and I don't want to step
No,
on
like
toes
I said,
here. don't know
I think Dana's smart. I think it's the same. I don't want to say he's trolling, but I just think he wouldn't talk about it as much as he does if it didn't somewhat benefit him in the UFC as well. He obviously knows you're bringing eyes in. Like, you see your stories that you're posting. What was it like when you post, like, how many people Google you and stuff?
Oh yeah, it's like,
Around fight time?
yeah, like
You can't really
170
like,
million.
you can't deny those numbers. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he obviously knows it works. I think it's like making the UFC kind of bigger too.
Go. It is.
Right?
Our beef is.
That's my opinion.
Our beef is making the
gonna
UFC
happen.
bigger.
For
That's
sure.
why. That's why it's like.
And I think Dana, if Dana was just like all about you, I think it would be worse for you. Like the fact that he's against you makes like all those MMA people against you, which makes them want to watch.
no, for
right?
sure. It's
So I
someone
think
has to be the villain.
I think
it's going to happen.
What
It's gonna
about-
happen. I think
what
it's going to
about-
happen. It's going to be great when it does.
This is kind of off guard, but what if Khabib called you out? I know he's
Man.
out of the UFC. Would you do that? I mean, like seriously,
Oh, absolutely. That would be a fun one.
Would you do
I would do it
Khabib?
because I would have to do it.
Yeah.
would you troll? Would you troll him?
I have so much respect for him.
Khabib's dope.
I wouldn't troll him.
You
I'd
wouldn't
be like,
troll him
"Bro,
at
you're
all."
I'd be like, you're the best, but let's fight.
Have you had a, obviously you must get shit talked to you all the time, like, DMs and whatnot. Like fighters must come at you, whatever. What's a little interesting dialogue if you've had some guys that have slid in your DMs talking shit?
The most recent one is Masvidal and I, literally in the DMs, just like going at each other. He can't type, by the way.
Really?
Like I want to show you. Like
see
he
it.
legit can't type. It's the weirdest thing. I said, bro, you need to get a grammar book because all this fighting's fucking your shit up.
And that's Jorge Masvidal, 36-year-old fighter out of the UFC.
I fight because I love it, men. Money ain't shit. I got tons of it. 2 spaces, period. I fight so I can break. He spelled break wrong. Fools' faces and enjoy the ride. 2 spaces, period. You know you could ever see in Chage. Chage. I think he was drunk when he was.
He's probably just
Probably.
zapped. He was. We all zap once in a
Yeah,
while. He's
yeah,
probably just
that's
zapped.
true, that's
You can't knock a guy for maybe he was fucked up. If it's a consistent pattern, then it's a problem. But
Damn, that's crazy. Well, you once worked with Mayweather. Was that awkward? Like when you did the whole gotcha hat thing? Because obviously,
That was crazy.
Nah,
Yeah.
I think he understood it at the end of the day, but like no fighter has ever really made him look dumb. Like when him and McGregor were doing their whole beef and all their press conferences, they were like in on that together. They were like, yeah, let's sell this, let's make it fun. They would ride in the same jets to places.
Really?
And to
Really?
go to the cities, yeah. And
You know that for a fact?
I know that for a fact, yeah.
Wow.
But him and or my brother and I come in and we're like the young trolls who don't give a fuck. And we're like genuinely making this old guy look really stupid. And we legitimately hurt his feelings. Like that's what happened. That's why he was so angry. Like we hurt his feelings. His hair
Why,
was
'cause
all
the hair
fucked
transplant?
up.
Okay.
Yeah. And like, and just making him look stupid in general. And no one's ever really gone there and really hurt his feelings. He was trying to get me killed behind the scenes for sure.
Really?
whoa, wait
Yeah.
a minute. What do you mean by this?
He was
what
calling-
mafia shit?
Yeah, he was calling like the gangsters because we were in Miami here at the
Oh, yeah, I
time.
don't fuck with this place.
And he was like calling the street people because my security's like tapped into the street people. And they were like, yo, you guys got to be fucking careful. He's trying to do something. He's trying to do something. So whatever the fuck that meant or means.
Does that ever
All
scare
over the
you?
hairline.
Yeah, was that-
all over the
was
hairline?
that-
he was trying
I'd
to
be
get killed?
Like
scared,
coming
man.
after people like McGregor, Mayweather, does that scare you? Like especially the McGregor thing.
Yeah, McGregor.
Like, isn't he tied in with like the
Yeah,
mob and
people were
shit?
like, when
I
I,
think
did the
McGregor might
McGregor
light
shit,
you
they were
up.
like
Sorry.
Irish mafia.
My bad.
They're like Irish mafia is like gonna come kill you and shit. I was like, all right, if this is how I die, then this is how I die. Like
Probably
over
throw
a
a dolly at
fucking
your bus.
over some fight beef. Like look at what McGregor's done, calling Khabib's wife like a towel and shit like that. Like you're just mad because you're getting a taste of your own
Did you
medicine.
see the most recent one too?
the
Yeah, he
one
said
with his
father's
dad was
evil.
about COVID. Yeah. Fuck.
That's like
But that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
next level. Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
next level
Definitely.
like disrespectful.
And
bro.
Khabib's Muslim, so like that's all respect right there. Because I come from a Muslim background, so like seeing that was like, what the fuck, man? Like you're taking this to another level, especially
that
for a
COVID
guy.
shit was fucked.
Yeah, he's not gonna take the fight. Obviously, Khabib
That's
mauled
wild.
him. You know what I mean? So it's just
But that's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
like they're getting it. I'm giving them a taste of their own medicine, and they're upset about it. But like, I'm not too worried. I have security with me at all times. Like, you know, if someone really wants to do something, then maybe yeah, they'll do it. But I think Mayweather calmed down afterwards and was like, "Damn, they hit this crazy kid just sold this fight way more pay-per-views. So like, get over it."
well, numbers make him happy.
Exactly.
So, like, he's like, whoa, like, all right, I get what he's doing now.
Yeah, exactly.
You always seem to fight people that are a little bit less. And again, they're not as big as you are. Is that the advantage that you have when you go into these fights? Because right now, I mean, Nate Robinson was like a fucking mini me, right?
Yeah, 5'9".
Small guy. Askren smaller. Everybody's smaller, right? And everybody
Askren and
keeps
I
saying,
same height and weight. Askren weighed in more than me.
by the way, he looked fucking awful.
I know,
in
but
shape.
but he.
Hell
But that's
no,
what I'm
No,
saying.
but time out. He looked terrible. When you
Yeah,
walked in that
of
ring,
course.
you had to been like, "What the fuck is this guy's diet?"
Of course, but he weighed more than me that night.
Well, apparently, yeah. No,
Literally,
that's what I'm saying.
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
so he just
same
came in
height,
for a
same
quick
weight.
bag.
I think he's an idiot. Like genuinely, like
so there's no repairing
a
relationships
fucking
after fights. You
dumbass.
still keep media category.
no, because it's different. I told Ben, I was like, "Yo, I'll wrestle you for like a charity wrestling match after this fight."
Not anymore.
No, and so he loses, and then he goes on the media and is like, "Yeah, he didn't even hit hard. Like, fuck that guy." And he starts talking shit. I'm like, "Bro, I just gave you the biggest payday of your life. I doubled your Instagram following. And I'm telling you, I'll do a wrestling match against you so that you could like redeem yourself, maybe pin me, whatever. Let's just do it for fun." He starts talking shit. Fuck this guy. I think he's genuinely an idiot. I think he didn't think I could fight and just didn't work hard.
I have a feeling you're the kind of guy that puts out a lot of shit out there that like your team and your management has to come to you and be like, "Jake, no, that's not like we're not doing that." Like, I mean, I saw like Tim Tebow. What the fuck are you tweeting at Tim Tebow for? About fighting fucking Tim Tebow. Like, why the fuck?
No, I
Tim
said
Tebow?
he needs to get into fighting. I don't want to fight him
Oh, okay.
Where does
because he got, bro. He's like,
Like,
he needs something to do.
okay, because Pete was misinterpreted. Everybody's like, "Oh, is this guy fighting Tim Tebow?"
No, I was like, Tim, like time for you to get into fighting
But why Tim Tebow? Why is Tim Tebow?
because he just got cut by the Jaguars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was trying to go back and make his pro football run,
Poor guy.
and then he got cut again. And I was like, damn, I love Tim Tebow.
Yeah, he had a good run in Florida, man.
But
It just stopped. The bus stopped there. Unfortunately, he's a good dude.
yeah,
What
so-
kind of team you got around you now? You guys seem like really tight and close. Like how'd you build that team?
Yeah, dude, it took. I mean, it just takes time to find like good people that you could trust. But you know, everyone's been put through the ringer, and you could just see it almost like it's a feeling now when you meet someone. Before I was like young, naive, and I like misinterpreted people's intentions, but now we've been in the same team for like 2 years straight, doing all of these fights, going through ups, downs, hard moments, deaths, like controversies, and everyone's stayed like a family unit. And it's rare to find. It's definitely usually hard to find, but we all have like a chip on our shoulder, and I think that's the biggest thing is you need people on your team who want to prove something just as bad as you do. And I think for us, it's like proving that anything's possible and that we can go and beat all of these fighters no matter what. And so that drives all of us every single day as like a family and to be the best team.
What's
Honestly,
like the squad look like on like the training side? Like how many different people? Like what are their positions?
there's like there's probably what like 9 people on the training side. So
Wow.
Wow.
there's like D-Cut, who's like strength and conditioning, like former NFL athlete. Ocean, who's like the master healer, like chiropractic, massage, stretching. BJ Flores, head coach. Jacob Chavez, assistant coach. Jayleon Love, another assistant coach. And then I have my mind coach, Lucas Mack, who's like meditation and, you know, like visualization. My chef / like nutritionist. I feel like I'm forgetting people.
You think the most important thing for me, like stay on fucking on pace and whatever, like obviously different spectrums, whatever, but you got to have like, I have a chick, like, you know, that like makes me You know, like you obviously Julia Rose, your girl, right?
Yeah.
How long you guys been dating for? I don't mean to get a relationship. I'm just curious because I think it's important because I think like you can have all the teammates, you can have all the training, whatever, but to have a solid chick by your side that supports what you're doing and whatnot. And Julia's the best, by the way. I
is
love
she
She's
her.
solid?
the best. She's the best. She's my best friend, bro.
She's the best.
Like super fucking dope. And I guess she is like a part of the team. She takes such good care of me, and like all shout out and like kudos to her.
Well, especially 3 months sober. Like you got to. I mean, when you're before a fight for 3 months, like you're going back, not partying, whatever. You're going back to your girl.
No, exactly. And she like, but also she has to like put up with me like while I'm like in fight mode and like all this like high testosterone and shit. But
And you're getting married to her, aren't you? Are you getting? I saw something.
yeah, like maybe, yeah.
That's awesome.
what's
I
up with that
haven't like
marriage
officially proposed to her, but like definitely on the cards.
Are you willing to give up like 50% of your assets? Because like
I'll never actually
10%
get married.
closer to a billionaire. huh?
I'll
Well,
never
yeah,
get married
that's-
on paper.
Yeah.
I'll never get married on
Prenup?
paper. Yeah, all of that.
I'll tell you what, she's fucking awesome, dude. I've had some dialogue with Julia. She's just a savage businesswoman. She's awesome. You got a good
Super
girl
cool.
there.
So
100%.
what I mean, when picking Julia, like or like obviously you guys have a vibe together. Like what is going on there? You know what I mean? Like how did you know she was the one? And like just I don't
This
know.
guy asked
Here we
from
go.
like
Here we
personal-
fucking go.
No,
You're
I
trying
really
to
want to
figure
know.
out.
Like he wants to know for
No,
himself.
because like I'm not saying she's like a clout chaser or anything like that, but like do you see that? I mean, like, come on, like do you see that?
When we first met, I like instantly knew I loved her. I told her I loved her the first day. I
Was
met her.
that a looks thing? Honestly,
No. It was like straight from our dialogue and like how I felt we were two souls like in other lives that loved each other and like we finally like came
So it was
together.
a movie.
It was literally a movie.
Okay.
It was literally
Okay,
it was literally
okay.
a notebook. But like yeah, when we fucking came together, I was like I finally like met my person. And obviously like it starts there. And only grows.
Mhm.
And so like every single day you spend with them, you know, you're learning more about each other. So sometimes in a relationship, you're like, oh fuck this person. But I've only learned to love her more every day for like all the little shit she does wrong or right. And so I just love who she is as a person. I genuinely feel like she's the female version
Of you.
of me.
Oh,
But
I
it's
think
also
you need.
hot.
I think you need a girl to stay dialed
You
when
do.
you're like,
You do.
right, like.
You need to
It's
change.
too
when
tempting
we're
to do
doing
other
what we're
shit.
doing, like
I mean, at the end of the day, girls are throwing
It's
themselves left
tough,
and right
bro.
at you. How do you stay loyal? Like, what's your thing? How do you stay
how
loyal?
do you stay loyal, man?
And this is I've told Julia this. I was like, bro, Julia, unfortunately, but also fortunately, I've been with a lot of girls.
Mm-hmm.
And so luckily for you, I know that I like you and I'm not curious about all these other
yeah,
girls
you got to get
because
the
I've
fuck out of your system.
yeah, exactly. You got to get the fuck out of your shit. But like
Yeah.
I'm not curious about them because I've been with them and it's not cool.
You ever find
I
like you
like
get
what
it
we
out of
have.
your system for a bit, and then sometimes it just starts to
So
like make its way
we
back in?
so like
Because like
we
sometimes you're like, you know what, I'm done, and then it's like,
It's the devil. It's the
actually-
devil coming
You're
inside
not
of us.
done,
That's what it
man.
is.
You're not done.
you got to get a girl that like lets you do threesomes and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Whoa,
Yo,
whoa,
so
whoa.
with that, I got a question. So before the fight, do you have sex with her?
No,
And do you have
2
threesomes or no?
weeks. We do have threesomes, but not before the fight.
So it's that good for you to not have it for 3 weeks?
What do you mean? Like
No, well, he's
he's
fucking
dialing in
dialed.
for the
I'm not
fight.
allowed
Well, yeah, of
to.
course. Oh, so you're
It's
not
very
allowed to.
tempting. Like she'll like be like teasing me, and I'm like, "Fuck you."
Who says no? Like who says no pumps?
Our coaches? But it's like scientific. It's like scientific. Like if I fuck the night before I spar, I'll go in there and look like a rag doll. Like my coach has literally told me before, "You had
gotta
sex
hold
last
in the
night,
nut.
didn't
You
you?"
got-
No,
you gotta-
no. He could tell. I don't talk to him. He sees my performance after one round. I come back to the corner. He goes, "You had sex last night, didn't you?" And I go, "Yeah."
That's a
It's
lot.
that
That's
big
probably
of a
the
difference.
worst after a round of fighting.
Yeah, I know, right?
Called
Doesn't
up by
that
coach
diminish
for
you?
pumping.
No, seriously. And he's like, "You can't fucking do it." But I haven't done it in like a year. I haven't made that mistake because, bro, you get your ass beat when
Wow.
for some people, some fighters will sit here and say, "Nah, I fuck the morning of a fight. Cool, that's for you." But for some fighters, it makes a massive difference.
So
Damn.
you can't be serious by comparing yourself, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali. You can't. Your generation, you can't be serious making those things. That's just fucking the shit you're typing on the
Well,
thing.
I see what he's doing.
I-
though.
well, I wanna ask
get
him.
it.
I wanna ask the guy.
I'm
You have to
very
aim for the
serious
sky.
when I say
You think you're
that.
the Muhammad Ali and the Mike Tyson by beating Robinson, Askren, Woodley, I give you a little bit of credit for.
Not even by who I've beat, because of what I've done and the numbers I've accomplished in 4 fights.
So from a business
and
standpoint,
from the movement standpoint as well. Like, look at the 16,000 kids who are in the audience.
I'll give you that.
Who have never been to a UFC fight, have never been to a boxing match before. They're all young. They're 9-year-olds with signs that say "subscribe to me." Like, they're shouting. They're having the time of their lives. They weren't fight fans before, so. For that reason, I am looked at by these younger kids as, this is all we know.
Done.
As a boxer, he's the best.
Respect.
How did that feel, getting a tweet from King James himself, LeBron?
Bro, I still haven't like comprehended it, but it is crazy. Like, it's mass respect. It's like it comes full circle. I don't
Did you
think
know those people are gonna be there and stuff? Like Chappelle, like
I didn't know about Chappelle. I didn't know about Poirier. My brother like apparently knew, and he was like telling me like in the locker room. But everyone, I don't have my phone like a couple days before the fight, so I'm like locked in, zoned in. So I don't really care about anything that's going on besides that. But yeah, even when Chappelle like came into the locker room afterwards, I was like, what the hell? That was cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
He's an Ohio legend too.
He's
So
a legend.
I like what you said there, though.
respect.
I have respect for that. That you're creating a movement that's much like what Ali did and whatever in the time. I think boxing wise, skill set wise, I think you got a long way to go, obviously.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, respect what you said, 100%.
It's
appreciate
amazing.
that.
It's amazing. How do you stay so disciplined during training, especially?
It's hard. I think that's the main reason I went to Puerto Rico was to isolate myself and get away from all the bullshit and everything that was a distraction around me. Because I was doing a training camp here in Miami, and it was like just too much madness.
that must be fucked.
It was.
And were you single at that time too?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it was.
Yeah.
It was too many distractions.
We were debating moving here too, and we're like, I'm so glad we
wish
didn't
we
move here,
did,
bro.
man.
Like,
It's a little bit
bro,
too
we
much
would
fun.
We would die if we fucking moved here, bro.
I just love the beach.
Where are you guys living now?
I just love the beach.
We're
We're in
County.
OC,
Yeah.
That's
so we're
good.
not even LA. Like,
Yeah.
bro, we don't even really party there. We only party when we travel mostly, but when we're there, we're just dialed. Like, there's nothing to do.
And
Like,
that's the best. You get into
You
your
need it.
routine and you just kill and crush it.
Golf. Yeah. Pretty much it.
Are you done with all the content? By the way, I'm not being like whatever. Like, this is what's hard about doing podcasts. Like, I got to take a piss so badly. So I really have to piss really bad. Like,
yeah,
incredibly, not to be weird, but before I go, piss real quick and come back. Are you done with all the like YouTube upload videos and all that shit, all the content? And I have to piss. So I leave that, so I won't be able to hear your answer.
No, yeah. Until you come back, you're gonna have to watch it
The
on
fuck
the
is
podcast.
wrong with you?
I gotta piss, dude. I'm sorry. I'm human.
I honestly, yeah, I'm pretty much done with the YouTube shit. Like, I just don't
besides the boxing related shit.
Yeah, I mean that all like comes into it, and like I post the boxing content and trailers and shit on my YouTube, but I haven't had any time to actually like go make a piece of content, and it's so competitive. I don't want to just like go make some shit that's half-assed and like people are like, this is whack. So it's like kind of like, if I'm gonna do it, I want to go balls deep. And
That's what we're saying. We were just talking about that today because now that we started this podcast, like we're doing
So
like
hard.
every Monday on Nelk, because you got to be consistent on YouTube.
that's
too,
the number
right? So
one
it's
thing.
like,
Exactly.
you can't be in and out. Like we've tried the whole do 6 weeks, take a month off. It just doesn't work.
So tough. So
YouTube's
tough.
like a fucking all or nothing type shit. You've done it too, obviously more than
It's so hard.
so tough, bro.
And you have to have good shit, and you have to like really care. It's a full-time job. People don't get it, especially you guys doing the podcast and all the Happy Dad shit. It's been really cool to watch, honestly, like it from afar. You guys are crushing it, but it's like, what am I gonna do? Go, make a YouTube video and like compete with you guys who are like putting so much effort
Right.
into it, or like the Mr. Beasts of the world, or the David Dobrik's, who that's all they're doing.
Plus,
I'm
that
gonna
wouldn't really work for your brand no more, right? Like I feel like you kind of made a transformation into something new.
No, exactly. But a part of me is like, this is where I started. So part of me is like, oh, just do it for fun. Just do it for fun. So I don't know. You might see more content from me, but I'm just figuring it out.
I think the lifestyle shit could be cool, like just showing like your lifestyle.
I really
I've
like
been
your-
working
yeah.
on a doc, like
That's sick.
a long form doc that is probably gonna get
That'd be
put
dope.
somewhere. But the doc just keeps on getting crazier and crazier. So we just keep on saying like we're putting it out, but it just more keeps on getting added to it. So that's kind of what I've been saving up all this, because we film a bunch of shit, but I've been saving it all for the doc, a lot of it.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing.
That's a good answer.
That's
a good answer.
Thank you.
I like that. I think at the end of the day, Kyle, I think that you got a little pull here. I think Jake's obviously got his thing going. I mean, I'm out of the mix. Dana, obviously, I FaceTime him 7,000 times a night. He doesn't answer anymore. I think that there might be a way for Kyle. Can you add a little to help maybe Jake?
No, this is my prediction. I think it could happen. Jake's just got to go on a tear, just like any other fighter.
Be undeniable.
Yeah, just be
I feel
undeniable.
like if you go 7-0, I feel like if you go 7-0, the next 3 fights that you do win, I think it's
because now every fight
definitely.
it's like he's gonna lose. Oh fuck, he won. He's gonna lose. Oh fuck, he won. It's like
some
it
point
hits a
it has
point
to
where it's
happen.
like,
Some point it
okay,
has to
yo,
happen.
Yeah,
this
it's
guy
time.
didn't start as a fighter, but now he's a fighter.
But I will tell you this: Dana White is, I know it's all for whatever. Dana White is one of the greatest guys I've ever met, and I'm not just fucking blowing him here or anything on the thing. But Dana's a great
Solid
guy. He's
dude.
done a lot of stuff for us, and obviously I've gained a lot of respect. I haven't met you before. I met you once briefly at Craig's, but based on obviously gaining some respect for what you're doing, I'm hoping that you guys figure a way to kind of get and fuck with each other.
So you're working hard. I do respect that.
Thank you,
for
man.
sure.
Hell yeah. Well, I think that's it, boys.
Wrap it up
Episode
real
what?
quick.
It's good.
Episode 6 in the books.
Episode 6.
Wow,
Jake
that's
Paul.
dope.
It was good, man. Thanks
Crushing
for
it.
coming through.
Yeah, thank you.
Keep killing it. I'm excited to see what's next, bro.
Let's get it, boys.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Cheers.
Awesome. You're the man, Jake. Good shit. Killing it, buddy. Keep
Thought that was good.
Yeah, it was smooth.
Keep going, brother.
Respect for real.
Even though I said square off by the pool, or
I'm down. Let's do it.
I'll get knocked out really fast.
You'll fuck me up, man, honestly.
Yes, sir.
you headed back to Puerto Rico now?
Yeah, like a couple hours. Back to work.
Alright guys, look over here real fast. 1, 2, 3.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, good shit.
Shout out to Grutman for letting us do this at Strawberry Moon. Dope spot. They have Happy Dad too. Should we go grab one?
Yeah. Jake, thanks again, brother.
100%. Appreciate it.
100%. Nice meeting you.
We'll be back for another one at some point.
I gotta ask for a photo. Yo, can he get a photo?
Yeah, of course.
I gotta do it.
You gotta do it.
He's got posters of you in his room.
Nah.
Full Send
Send
Podcast.
Podcast, good job.
New episodes every Wednesday. Who do you think? Who do you want to get next?
I want to listen. It's NFL season. Get your shit together. It's NFL season. I'm a sports guy. I want to see you guys in the fucking NFL. That's all I'll say. If I don't see you guys in the fucking NFL, I'm
Who do you want to
pissed.
get?
I don't know, but I want to see a presence in the NFL. It's fucking
do
football
it.
time,
Let's
baby.
do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Fucking
We're loving this,
football.
boys. Thanks for all the support. Subscribe, like we said. New episodes every Wednesday. Love you, boys. We'll see you next week.